Hello everyone, now we will start our Pyspark practical part, and in this video we are going to see how to create a data frame by using a Pyspark and how to read the data from a lakehouse and create a data frame. So what I will do first, I will delete this all the cell. Obviously you can delete this cell, click here, click here, click here, it will be deleted. And let me give the heading properly. So I will give the heading name as a data frame. Data frame. And I will remove this. This is our first topic. Shift and enter. Data frame will be there. Now here we will write a code. Now in the left side you can see we have a data item. Now first what I will do, I will go into this particular destination lakehouse and I will try to upload a few files because I want to upload a file and I want to read that. So how actually we can do that? For that first you have to go into the workspace. I'll go to the source workspace. In a source workspace we have a source lakehouse, right? Here I will try to upload few of the files and that file I want to read from there. Once you come here, click on the upload. Click on the upload files. We are going to upload our files. I will try to upload that. Superstore CSV file. I will upload that. Click on the upload. This got uploaded. Now if you want to see, click on the refresh. Now if I click on the file, you can see superstore.csv file also got uploaded. Now we want to read it from a notebook. So go to the workspace. In a data factory we have created a notebook, right? Click on the notebook. This is the notebook we have created. Now if I will show you, in a source lakehouse we have uploaded a file. Click on this. If you want to refresh, click on the refresh. You can see superstore.csv. This file actually I want to read. For that I want to create a data frame. How to create a data frame? It's very simple. You have to write df. First you have to give any name. After that you have to write spark.read.csv. This is the first way, and after that you have to pass the location. So if you want to pass this location superstore.csv, right, how actually you can pass? Click here. You can see you are getting a two option. One is a copy ABFS path, second is a copy relative path. So if I select the copy relative path and if I'll pass here, now if I will execute shift and enter, you can see our cluster will start because this will be the starter pool. Started and it is running. Let's see whether we are able to read with the help of the relative path or not. You can see we are getting an error because relative path only will work if if your lake house is pinned, right, then only it will work. But we are fetching a data from source lake house, then this relative path will not work. So what you can do for that, you have to copy the ABFS path and you have to search so that it will give you the exact location. From there we are fetching. Now if I'll execute this, you can see it is running. Now if you want to see the data, so what you have to do, df.show if I'll write and if I'll execute, you should be able to read the data. You can see I'm able to read the data. df.show is for the reading the data. And also if you write the display df also, display df also, then also it will be executed. Let me execute. You can see and now I am able to read properly like a table. So df.show and display df we use for the to read the data only, to read the data from a data frame. Now you can see I am able to read that, but the thing is like the first row should contain a header, right? But it is created a new column C0, C1, C2, C3 like that. So how actually you can make it properly? So this is the first way of reading the CSV file. I will show you another way of reading the file. So what you can do, I'll create another data frame. df equal to the spark dot read dot options, and here you can pass header equal to the true, and after that you can pass the .csv and the particular location. So what is the location? So this super CSV, copy ABFS path, copy here. Now if you want to display df, if I'll execute this, you will be able to see the the data. Now you can see previously it created a new column, but now what actually it has done, because we have given the header equal to the true, right? So it has considered the first row as header. Now we can see properly. Now we can see properly. Now as of now you can see we are mentioning dot CSV, means this is CSV, then it is working fine. But suppose you have another data, so in that case how actually we can read the data? So I will show you another way of creating a data frame properly. So what you have to write, if you write df equal to the spark dot read dot format, if you write spark dot read dot format, now here you can pass CSV. If it is CSV, then you can pass CSV. If it is JSON, then you can pass a JSON. And then after that you can write options, and you can write header equal to the true, and after that you can write dot load, and you can pass the particular location. Now if I show you df dot display df, if I'll execute, now you can see it is working. So this is another way of creating a data frame. So if you want to specify what is the file type also, so you can read spark.read.format. If it is CSV, you can mention CSV. If it is JSON, you can mention JSON. And in option, you can pass whether header should be true or not, that you can pass, and then load. You can see this particular file location we are passing. So like this actually we can create. So this is a better way of creating a data frame, and we can see that. Now if you want to see the schema, then we have one option with print schema, df dot print schema. If I write and if I'll execute, what will happen, it will give you the schema of all the data frame, like the ID should be a string, order ID should be a string, order date should be a string. Like this it will create a schema. Now you can see by default it has considered all as a string. By default it has considered all as a string. But what actually I want to do, I want to specify like the order ID, right? The ID should be an integer, means it should automatically detect the schema. So for that, what actually we can do, how actually we can create a proper data frame for that? You had to use one more thing. So I will show you df equal to the spark dot read dot format, and I will mention it is a CSV file, and after that dot options. In options, you can write header equal to the true, which we were writing, because the first row it will consider the header. And after that we have a one more option, comma, infer schema equal to the true. What is infer schema? When you will write infer schema equal to true, automatically it will detect the schema also, and it will give you the proper schema. And after that dot load, and you have to pass the location. Enter. What we have passed, we have given the header true as well as the infer schema true. Now if I'll display the data frame, it's working now. But if I'll show you the schema, schema df dot print schema, if I write df dot print schema, now in this case if you'll see, it has created a proper schema. You can see ID is integer now, order ID is integer, ship date it has converted into a date, ship mode is string, means it has automatically detect most of the schema properly. The profit should be in double, user ID should be in double. It means it has automatically detect the schema. So if you had to use that, so what actually you can do, you can pass this in for schema true. In previously what was happening, for everything, even the profit, discount, everything, it considered the string. But when we use a infer schema true, it has detected the schema, and with the help of that we are able to create properly. Now how to create a data frame? What you have to write is spark.read.format, and after that if it is a JSON CSV, that you have to mention dot option. In option you can pass whether the first row is header or not. Header equal to true means first row is header. Infer schema true means it will give you the automatic in schema. And then you have to write dot load, and you have to pass the location. Make sure you pass the full location, the ABFS location. And then if you write the display df, it will show you in a proper table, or if you write df.show, then also you will be able to read. Now if you want to see the schema, how actually you can see the schema, we have a df.print schema. With the help of that, we will be able to see the schema also. I hope you got the idea how to read the file and how to create a data frame.